tất cả những cái bức tranh này đều được làm bằng music, dán những gạch màu để tạo nên những cái bức tranh. Đây có xương thánh của hai ông bà. Ở trên nó mới là chính á. Đường đi vào cổng chính của nhà đền thờ Vương Công Thánh, đường Thánh Theresa Hài Đồng Giêsu. Đây là nơi để cánh tay của Thánh Theresa Hài Đồng Giêsu đã viết lên cuốn Có Tâm Hồn.
tombe, c'est une table de fer, c'est droit, c'est gravé. Table, je pense que c'est la tombe, c'est le truc, tourté. Ils ont mis la table. Avec le fer, je parle de oui.
Bồ Thánh là tôi biết.
Dạ.
Đúng không?
Cái tay của Thánh đó.
Thấy nó là Thánh đâu?
Ở dưới, trên dưới đánh giá.
Còn cái mộ của Thánh ở đâu?
Họ Thánh chút nữa mình đi.
À vậy hả? Chú có máy không? Có điện thoại không?
Có.
Cho xin vô nha, tại cái điện thoại mất rồi. Cái gì chú cứ bỏ lên gấp thôi.
Của chị là mất hả?
Thì không biết để đâu quên mất thôi. Chú xin vô.
Trên cái đường đi qua bên cái nhà của Thánh Theresa hồi xưa.
Ai có tấm hình vậy? 12. Đã có người mình lên như 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Thế là mình có máy quay.
Ok, 12. Như vậy là còn nhóm là còn lại bao nhiêu người đây?
16 người kìa.
16 người bây giờ chia bớt để khi nào mà cái nhóm sau cùng ra ấy, là chúng ta đi luôn, lúc đó không ai chụp hình gì nữa. Đó là dễ. Ok nào, bây giờ để tôi hỏi họ. Nếu mà có ready rồi ấy, thì là chúng ta bắt đầu vào luôn.
Anh chị chụp cho vợ chồng em đi. Chơi liền luôn. Lặng. Đâm đâu? Đâm rồi. Luôn ra bên. Sit down, please. Okay.
Welcome to the house of Saint-Therese. Therese was born at Alençon on the 2nd of January 1873 into a well-off family. Her father was a jeweler and clockmaker, and her mother was a maker of Alençon fine place. She was the ninth of the family which mourned the death of 4 children, 2 of which were boys. In August 1877, Madame Martin died. Therese was 4.5 years old. The first part of her life ended that day. In November 1877, the 5 orphans arrived with their father at the Buissonnet. This house has been a place of pilgrimage since 1913. It has never been changed. It is maintained using the gifts of the many people who come to visit the place where Therese spent 11 years of her childhood.
Look, left and right.
If you move towards the window, to the right of the fireplace, you can see the dining room where the family had their meals each day. It was in this room that Therese had her last meal, the day before she entered the Carmelite order. She was 15 years old. The furniture is authentic. The clock is signed Louis Martin.
Mình đi ra căn người khác, mình ra người khác.
The entrance hall, which
My sisters treated me like a baby. A small miracle was required to make me grow up all of a sudden. It was on the 25th of December, 1886, that the grace was given to me to leave my childhood behind me. In a word, the grace for my complete conversion. On arriving at the Buissonnet, after midnight mass, I was used to finding my shoes full of Christmas treats, just like when I was small.
As she is going up the narrow staircase, she hears her father saying to Céline, "For a big girl like Therese, that's rather a childish surprise. I hope this is the last time." At these words, Therese burst into tears. The Christmas Eve festivities seemed to be spoiled. But suddenly, on that Christmas night, Therese's vocation as a missionary was born. Charity invested her heart, together with the compulsion always to forget her own self, and from then on she was happy. Little Therese had just found again the determination of the spirit she had lost when she was 4.5. A year and a half later, she entered the Carmelite order. Would you now be good enough to go upstairs?
Bây giờ của Theresa, cái áo
now in the bedroom where Therese was healed by the Virgin Mary's smile on the 13th of May, 1883. In this room,
I too turned towards my Heavenly Mother, praying with all of my heart that she would at last have pity on me. Suddenly, the Holy Virgin appeared beautiful to me, of such a great beauty as I had never seen before. Her face shone with ineffable kindness and tenderness. But it was the entrancing smile of the Holy Virgin which penetrated to the depths of my soul. Suddenly, all of my sorrows faded away. Ah, I thought, the Virgin Mary has smiled at me. How happy I am.
through this vision of the Virgin Mary's smile, Therese was given confidence through grace. She was sure that her Heavenly Mother loved her and she prayed to her every day of her life. Now please move along the small corridor which leads to Theresa's first bedroom.
For the people who come now, you have an explanation about all you see here. Everything is authentic and it belongs to the family. It's good.
You are now in the bedroom which Therese shared with Céline from the age of 4.5 until she was 10 years old.
Em lấy nào. Lấy này. À.
On your left is a showcase in which you can see her personal belongings, her toys, jewelry, school books.
Không thích cái này. Cái này sao có hạt được.
The large robe is the one she wore for her first communion. On the left is the one she wore on special days. On the right, on her desk, is the crucifix in front of which she prayed for the conversion of Pranzini. This man was accused of a triple murder, but Therese has only one wish, to save his soul. For him, she increases her prayer and sacrifices and asks God for a sign of his repentance. At the foot of the guillotine, Pranzini insists on his innocence and refuses the services of his chaplain. But suddenly, in extremis, he asks for the crucifix and kisses it several times before he dies. The sign she had asked for has been given. It makes Therese even more determined to enter the Carmelite order, to pray for and dedicate her life to sinners.
Do you need your ticket?
Around the room, watercolors painted by a Carmelite nun, inspired by Céline, depict the life of Saint Therese.
Do you want your ticket? Thank you very much.
The way out is through the garden. It is full of her memories. At the end, in a recess in the wall, one of her cribs has been put in place. A group of statues marks the spot where, on the evening of Whitsunday in 1887, Monsieur Martin received Therese's request to enter the Carmelite order. The second part of her life was about to end, the most painful of the three, she said. But it was during the 11 years spent at the Buissonnet that she freed herself of her childhood imperfections and strengthened her faith, thus enabling her to fulfill her vocation. French-speaking nun is now at your disposal to answer your questions.
Thank you. So it's 26.